You can order the lower control arms used in the video on CarParts.com via the link in the description. Turn your engine off and set the parking brake. Loosen the stud bolts on the front wheels. To be able to replace the control arms on your vehicle, you need to remove the wheels to gain complete access to the suspension system. Lift the front of your vehicle. Place the vehicle on the jack stands. We strongly suggest watching our video on how to jack your Nissan Altima safely before carrying out this step. In order to remove the lower control arm, you need to position the jack stands not on the lower control arm bushing retaining bolt, but rather on the subframe bolt. Don't forget to put the wheels under the vehicle. You can now see your car's control arm. Turn the brake disc inward to make this operation easier. Brush off the nut of the lower control arm ball joint and spray it with penetrating oil. Loosen the lower suspension arm ball joint nut using an 18mm wrench, a ratchet, an extender, and an 18mm socket, and unscrew the nut. Finish unscrewing by hand. Straighten the wheels to remove the ball joint retaining bolt. You can use a pin punch and a hammer to help you remove it. Do not attempt to remove the ball joint from its location before unscrewing the two control arm bushings.
Hey, it's Alex from CarParts.com. If you enjoy this video and want to support us, like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, back to work.
Brush the two nuts of the lower control arm retaining bolts and spray them with penetrating oil. Using a 21mm wrench, a ratchet, an extender, and a 21mm socket, unscrew the rear bushing retaining bolt. Finish unscrewing the nut by hand. Then remove the bolt. Repeat the same operation for the front bushing with the same tools. Using a crowbar, you can now separate the lower ball joint from the suspension wishbone. You can now remove the lower control arm by pulling it towards you and moving it back and forth.
If you want to know which parts and tools we use in this video, just check the description and you'll find everything you need.
Brush and grease the control arm area to facilitate its installation. Using a wire brush, scrub the knuckle of the wheel knuckle. Then apply silicone grease to the flat part that will be in contact with the lower control arm ball joint sleeve. You can order the lower control arms used in the video on CarParts.com via the link in the description. Take the control arm. Next, put the control arm in place by reinserting the two bushings into their slots. Place the lower ball joint into the wheel knuckle. You can use a plastic mallet to reinsert it correctly or a jack to put pressure on it. Once in place, put the retaining bolt back in place then tighten the nut using the wrench. Finish tightening using a torque wrench.
For great content, our best price, and fast shipping, download the CarParts.com app now.
Use a flathead screwdriver to pry and align the control arm bushings with the bolt insertion holes. Reinsert the front bushing retaining bolt and screw it back in until it makes contact. Do the same with the rear bushing. Tighten the bushings with a torque wrench. Then you will be able to put the wheels back on your vehicle. During this operation, you will be intervening on the front axle of your car, so it is advisable to perform a wheel alignment afterwards. Put your vehicle back on the ground before properly fixing the wheels in place. Operation complete.
Quality parts, priced right, CarParts.com.